My issue with the Arab members of Knesset, the leaders, which are much more extreme than the population, is that they cannot hold a stick on both ends. Or, you know, they even try to be very creative with the physics and create three ends to the stick. And what do I mean? On the one hand, they are against Israel as a Jewish state. The manifesto of Haifa 4 years ago called Israel a colonialist phenomenon, something that has to be, in a way, erased, number one. Secondly, they are very much for a Palestinian state. And many of the members of the Knesset represent the Palestinian issues, unfortunately, on the expense of their own constituencies. And they do need here, you know, better representation, better education, better jobs. That's not the issue of the Palestinian members of Knesset, unfortunately. Their issue is Palestinian issues. They defame Israel, they condemn Israel in the most brutal way internationally. Members of Knesset are even on the payroll, so to speak. You know, they're helping Ahmed Tibi, for instance, was an advisor, close advisor to Arafat, now to Abu Mazen. Just think, a member of Congress who would go and meet Taliban leaders or or Al-Qaeda leaders, Bin Laden, be his advisor and continue to be a member of Congress. Anyway, so on the one hand, they deny Israel's right to exist, certainly as a Jewish state. Secondly, they work for the Palestinian interest. And thirdly, they go all over the world and say how bad it is for these poor Arab Israelis in Israel. You know, that they are second-class citizens with this and that discrimination. On these 2 or 3 points, we tell them, okay, now there is an historic chance to have peace and exchange land, as we are incorporating populated areas with Jews in Judea and Samaria, instead of getting a land in the Negev, which is barren, which is our natural reserve, which has no contiguity with Judea and Samaria, you will get the Israeli Arabs. And nobody has to move from their homes. I mean, it's the same traditions, the same language. They don't want to sing the Israeli anthem. They don't hoist their flag and all that. So this is something which will benefit them. I think it will be very hard and untenable for a Palestinian Arab to say why he wants to destroy Israel, create a Palestinian state, and yet still live in Israel. He will have to convince me why he wants to live in Israel. Is he willing to be really loyal to the state? And not loyal in the sense of Meccargism. I mean, I don't like these slogans that people throw without even knowing what they're talking about. The easiest thing is when some people don't agree with you and they don't have a good answer, they call you names and labels. But here, I want a real answer from them why it really infringes on their rights to become a Palestinian citizens. Or, if they want to stay Israelis in Israel, they should accept all the obligations and commitments every citizen has to its country. No changes than any other country, democratic country in the world. But there is a basic element for national solidarity, which right now we do not see in parts of the Israeli society.